Anyways.
Advance to Simulation 2, if you dare.
I'll do what I can. You have my word.
Jesse, this is Zurg you're talking to. I don't think we should, trust this guy. But whatever.
Buckle up, Space Ranger.
Look at that, we got some tiny Zurgbots. Which I believe will have much quicker attacks. Than the normal ones. Yep! To do a bunch of little punts to you. And I believe yeah. They don't take it. Great. As I was saying, they don't take as many hits to deal with.
Good thing we're just practicing. That could have been better.
Yeah. There could have been blood. There could have been blood everywhere. I'm kidding. What I should have said is there could have been stuffing everywhere. That would probably be more realistic with Jesse, you know, being a doll and all. Wow. They sure do go flying when you shoulder charge into them. Also, you may have seen when Jesse died there, is that, of course, whenever you die in this game, you kind of fall into multiple pieces, because, you know, I guess these are toys. It's kind of interesting that, you know, they modeled Jesse's hat separate from her head, so you can see, like, the top of her, you know, her hair, even though you would never see that otherwise. Who knows? Maybe there was a... Maybe there was a plan during, like, the development of this game to, like, have different hats you can wear or something. It's weird, because there are plenty of other characters, like Jack Sparrow, to where the same thing happens, to where their hat is a separate model from their head. I find it really weird. Or it could just be the sake of making the dying animation cooler. I don't know. Spacesuit Blaster. Alright, guess they're gone. Okay then. I guess the collision wasn't fully there yet. Interesting.
Somebody better get you a mod.
What's this?
Yeah.
Oh, Zurgbot.
I remember as a kid always liking the Zurg voice, like commentating over the, well, kind of commentating over these simulations. I don't know how many of you know this, but I talked about this on the channel before, because there was a video series where I showed off a whole bunch of the old toy box worlds that I made as a kid in Disney Infinity. And one of them was like a platforming challenge called the Horror Games. And I remember as a kid always wanting to, like, present the horror games with a Zurg-like voice saying, "Let the horror games begin," or something like that. No joke, that's real. And I remember even thinking, like, wow, what if there was like a voice recorder in Disney Infinity? Kind of like how later on they would have text creators where you can write whatever text you want and put it into the toy box mode. I was thinking, like, what if they did the same thing, but for voice recording? Now, of course, that probably would not go well with online sharing, but if it was for offline, I'm sure it'll be cool. I know that was the case for Super Mario Maker on the Wii U, to where you could record your voice in that game using the Wii U gamepad's microphone. However, you would not be able to put them in your level when you share the level online. Or at least, like, when others play your level online, they won't hear the voice recordings you make. I think it's just replaced with something else. So yeah. Still a cool feature that I do not think was in its sequel for Nintendo Switch, which makes sense because the Nintendo Switch does not have a microphone. But yeah, I always wanted a voice recorder for this game, so that I can record myself probably doing a bad Emperor Zurg impression. And also, yeah, the title of that, of course, was obviously inspired by the Hunger Games.
Golly, Bob, howdy. We're already at the last set of Zurgbots.
And there are 8 of them to deal with. Less than last time, weirdly enough. Also, it seemed like the ranged Zurgbots don't have as much knockback as the melee Zurgbots do. That's really weird.
Oops. Am I in your way?
I guess because the melee Zurgbots have like conveyor belts for their bottoms, whereas the ranged Zurgbots don't. Alright, let me collect this capsule first. Alright, Toy Story Decorations Toy Pack 2. Alright.
Lead me directly to Buzz Lightyear, cowgirl.
No, I won't. Simulation 2, if you dare.
Good gravy. If I'd have known you'd get through it that fast, I'd have made it harder. Hey, you'll have to give me some time to set up some new simulations.
Okay. So, that's the end of the simulations for now. I believe if we either just wait or I believe we do more missions, more simulations will be unlocked. So that's pretty cool. Alright. Now, I don't know if the game tells you when new simulations are unlocked. But, do more missions and I guess find out later.
It has been foreseen.
Okay.
Well, sure. I'm glad you said something.
Also, I have no idea what that grunt was Jessie made there. Shouldn't sound like her. Question is, how am I going to make it up there without being able to climb on ledges and stuff? Oh, this is how. Okay. Jump up there. Jump up here. We have all these crystals to collect once again. Pretty cool. How high did they say to go? So what's in here? Oh, hey, an egg. Nice. Which, yes, we can shrink the egg. Very nice. Also, wasn't there a character chest in one of those holes? Oh my god. This run cycle.
So, are you up for a challenge?
Not yet. Where the heck was it? I don't know. Maybe it was somewhere else. Even the collecting sound effects are different when you're grown. Alright. And there we go. I'm pretty sure that egg is still shrunken. Okay, never mind. False alarm. There we go. We got that little guy. Or a big guy, actually. It's a pretty heavy fellow. Alright, anyways. What was that one guy talking about? Take Bullseye to the challenge spot. Oh! Okay. Come to think of it, where is Bullseye?
We rigged up some more missions for you over in the combat simulator.
Alright. I mean, from the looks of it, Slingy, we're just right there the whole time. Also, I was correct. It is just like, over time, more simulations will appear. It's not depending on doing other missions. By the way, we got the Toy Story Aliens Townsperson Toy Pack 4. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, apparently it's that way. There we go. Cool. Bullseye caves in.
Thanks, partner. Now I'm really ready to have some fun.
Oh, you got here by teleporting. Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Alright, anyways. We have some more combat simulations to do. So we may as well go ahead and do that. Alright, there we go. Master Healer. Got a gold star. How many gold stars do we have right now, actually? We have 10. We are exactly a third into the gold stars for this playset. Very, very cool.
Simulation 3 awaits your inevitable destruction.
Alright. Sounds like fun. Isn't that right, Jesse? I'm sure you're excited about it.
Simulation's coming online.
Alright, now we got tiny little ranged Zurgbots.
Well, how about that? I gotcha.
So yeah, this whole part of the playset is eerily similar, or not eerily similar, but it is real. Okay, yeah, it is really similar to the part in the Toy Story 3 video game, Toy Box mode, of Zurg Spaceport, where you pretty much go through like a spaceport, kind of like this, and defeat Zurgbots with a blaster. Alright, there we go. Mechanic tools. However, with that, it's going through this entire, like I said, spaceport, and kind of solving a puzzle throughout the whole way while defeating enemies. While this is just a linear path of solely defeating enemies. I guess just to get the hang of defeating Zurgbots until, like, I don't know, an actual Zurg invasion comes through for whatever reason.
Whoa! Are you sure you haven't done this before?
Oh, don't worry, Slink. I have. Like, I think probably 3 times at this point.
You think you're winning?
Yes, I am winning, Zurg. I'm going through all of your Zurgbots just fine.
You know, if something's standing in your way, you can always ram it with your shoulder.
That is true. Like that.
Sorry about that.
Alright, we got a capsule back here. Army Wall. Cool.
I guess you showed them who's boss.
Let's see. Dang, now I'm trying to think of, like, I guess Toy Story related stuff I could talk about, because I already talked about all of it because I did a Toy Story 3 playthrough a while back, so like, I don't really want to repeat myself from all the stuff I said there. Oh yeah, I think I was going to talk about, like, I don't remember whether the Zurg, how similar the Zurgbot designs, excuse me, how similar the Zurgbot designs were in that game compared to this. Because I don't really remember them all that well. Alright, Toy Story Space Track Set Toy Pack 4. That's a mouthful. So yeah, that pretty much gives us all of these different pieces to this whole combat simulator track, I guess you'd call it. To have it all in the toy box mode. So I guess we can make our own combat simulations if we really want to, which is cool. It is really nice. Alrighty.
Heads up! I like what I'm seeing.
I guess I could talk about this. I still remember the day that I bought the Toy Story in Space playset. I'm pretty sure I actually bought it day one. And I distinctly remember buying it for Toys R Us because alongside it, I got a Toys R Us exclusive Power Disc pack where, yeah, it's pretty much the special Power Disc pack, I guess you could call it, because it was mainly just in North America that... Okay. Don't know what happened to those Zurgbots. But anyways, yeah. The store-exclusive Power Disc packs, and I bought one alongside the Toy Story in Space playset. The first thing I remember thinking to myself when buying it was, why did they have specifically Buzz and Jessie in the playset pack? Something I was talking about before. I still find it a little odd, but whatever. I guess it's so they could also have a character included with the playset that, you know, is from another one of the Toy Story movies, being from Toy Story 2, specifically.
Simulation 4 is more difficult than your insignificant brain can fathom.
Wow, you're calling me stupid, Zurg? That's not cool.
Just remember your training.
Alright, now we have a giant range Zurgbot. Check out their projectiles. Holy crap. Isn't that a threat? And also, yeah, they take a lot of hits. So look out for that. Alright. Also forgot to mention that ranged Zurgbots can attack you close, like, they can attack you, like, pretty much just do a melee attack on you if you get close enough to them. Alright, Zurg Wall. Now I'm trying to remember if I actually did play this playset a lot as a kid. I probably did. But don't know if I played it, like, as much as the other playset. I'm trying to think. I don't think I remember which playset I played the most as a kid. It was probably the Incredibles playset, actually. Because I think I talked about this before. At that time, I kind of went through, like, a resurgence phase of the Incredibles. Loving that film all over again. That's probably why. But, yeah, it's probably because most of my time spent on this game was in the toy box mode. So that's probably, yeah, what I remember playing the most. Even if the Wii version's toy box mode wasn't that great. I mean, neither were the playsets, to be fair.
Zurg didn't like that.
There we go. And also, yeah, even their different parts, whenever they blow up, do, I believe, have collision and, like, physics and stuff. So that's kind of funny. There we go.
Whoa, Nelly, that's the best I've ever seen.
Oh, okay, there was a button to press. Okay.
It's the end of the line for you, buckaroo!
Okay. I mean, I had to have played it a lot if I, was able to do imitations of the Zurg voice heard in this playset, so maybe I did play it a lot. I mean, I probably liked how similar, it was to the Toy Story 3 Toy Box mode because I played that so much. Although, of course, I mainly played it by myself because this was a lot later. Alright, there we go. Toy Story Decorations Toy Pack 1. Also, what didn't help is that the, I think I explained this before, the Wii version of the playsets, or the playsets in the Wii version of Disney Infinity, did not support multiplayer at all. So yeah, isn't that disappointing? There we go. Tag Nabbit starting to repeat dialogue now.
What's this? More Zurgbots.
Yeah, definitely.
In case you were wondering, that was me!
Send in more Zurgbots.
Shoot, now I'm trying to scrape through my brain, trying to think of other Toy Story related, stuff I could think of. Let's see. Did I ever talk about the Toy Story, themed part of, did I ever talk about Toy Story theme park stuff in my Toy Story 3 playthrough? Stuff like the Toy Story Midway Mania ride? Well, I'm gonna have to talk about that later on in this playthrough. And look at that! The Buzz Lightyear Alien is now available in the toy store. Alright. Unfathomable. Simulation 4. Only 2 more to go.
Simulation 5 will be your ultimate downfall.
Alright. Because, I've been to the... So, I believe in 2000, was it 18? Or 19? They pretty much gave Toy Story an entire, like, land in Disney World, in Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World in Orlando. And I've been there multiple times. It's a pretty cool place. Even though, of course, the rides there are always crowded and have long lines. But when I went there recently, one of the things I bought was a little Pixar ball. Now, that was actually after I had recorded the Toy Story 3 series, so I'm pretty sure in that series, I actually talked about, like, asking, are there physical Pixar balls? And I found out, yes, they are, or there are, and I bought one at Hollywood Studios afterwards, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's a pretty fun ball to bounce, I must say. Although, They are not as harmful as they are in this game, unfortunately. Well, yeah, probably fortunately. Yeah. And that's what, Slinky? Hold the analog stick while on the rail? But yeah, because in this game, I believe throwing the Pixar ball with your character towards other like enemies or players will do a little bit of damage. That's not the case in real life, fortunately. But yeah, pretty cool. Who knows, maybe in the future if I go there again, I could buy other stuff. Like, I could live my childhood dream of owning a Emperor Zurg figure.
Not in my town, you don't.
And you know what? That's actually one. I think that kind of leads into one of the things I was going to mention earlier. Did you know? I believe Emperor Zurg was going to be a playable character in Disney Infinity. Believe it or not. There are plenty of trailers that show Zurg being playable, actually. I guess I could talk about this. There was even a promotional video made for Disney Infinity. I think it was like made a month after the game came out. I believe the video was called Go Disney Infinity, It's Your Birthday. It's a pretty weird video, I will say. It's pretty much like a song that has pretty much going through all the different Disney Infinity characters and having, you know, having them dance while the song pretty much... Oh, by the way, we've got the Zurg cap. Well, it says something like, I think, go insert character here, it's your birthday, as they do a little jig, you know. Pretty much you could do in-game by rotating the analog stick. Look at that. Do a little jig there. It's great. One of the characters they show is actually Emperor Zurg, so I guess he was taken out super late in development. I do remember there are plenty of other promotional videos that also show Zurg being playable. Such as, I believe there was one... I don't remember the exact name of the video, but the whole concept of it was going through a whole bunch of like taglines saying best blank ever for the game, and then showing a little bit of footage like best fighting game ever, and showing some like combat, and then like best racing game ever. And I think at the very end they had a super long one, and I remember it ending with like featuring a robot with a dress, and then they would show footage of Emperor Zurg as if he were playable, because I think there was another character right alongside him that would kind of, you know, attack him or whatever. Pretty sure they would hit him with like a frying pan or something weird. By the way, we got the Zurg outfit for the aliens. That looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it might have been Vanellope now that I think about it. Which is weird because I think it was actually took place in the Toy Story in Space playset, but yet it showed a Toy Box only character. Now that's something I could probably bring up. The fact that a bunch of promotional videos would show Toy Box only characters in some of the playsets. So maybe at some point in development there were plans to have any character be playable in any playset, but it might have been taken out super late in development. It's funny because that's like the one complaint I hear everyone mention with Disney Infinity. At least with the first game, and how underutilized the whole crossover aspect is. Even though I'm sure the whole argument against that is pretty much like, oh, the Toy Box mode exists. But I guess a lot more people were excited for just the crossover aspects of different Disney characters, because keep in mind, this was before there were plenty of like mobile games that would have huge Disney crossovers. There's plenty of them nowadays. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like Disney Sorcerer's Arena or whatever, and Disney Mirrorverse, and Disney Dreamlight Valley, I think is one. There's a whole bunch of them now, but there wasn't as much back then, especially with how mobile games were back then. There weren't as many licensed ones. By the way, that is the 7th of the 7 enemies I was talking about before. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Goo Zurgbot. Or is it called the Goo Bot? I don't remember. He will actually shoot goo at you and spawn in more enemies. So yeah, pretty interesting. It will shrink you along with grow the Zurgbots around it. That's pretty much another reason why there are different sizes for the Zurgbots. It's so that the goo bot can like change their size whenever. So yeah, pretty interesting.
How did you defeat my invincible army?
Well, they weren't really invincible.
We got ourselves one battle-ready space ranger. If you need it, that teleporter pad will take you right back to the ready room.
Alright, perfect. Oh, it's right there. Okay, got a little lost there for a second.
Cowgirl friend of Buzz Lightyear, you must be destroyed.
Alright, and there we go. Simulation 5, Ultimate Downfall. Alright. And it looks like we can't access the last one quite yet. Alright.
Hey, if you're ever feeling rough, come on back here and I'll tell you to work out for me.
Okay, Bullseye still as huge as he was before. Does the goo not wear off on Bullseye? Interesting. Okay, never mind. Yes, it does. Huh. Okay, whatever. Let's just ignore that.